What's up, everybody? Um, Welcome to. Hold on, I'll let everybody get a chance to join. Who is going to join? Um, this is week 3 of Frosty Friday. This is the show. What's up, Flo? Where I try new craft beers, and we listen to music. Today's episode is actually. It's it is, how do you say this? It's all Incubus everything. So if you don't know who Incubus is, if you lived under a rock for some time, today is going to be the episode to where you find out who Incubus is from my eyes. And I already built the playlist because Incubus, if you don't know, just released a new single called Nimble Bastard. The song is totally amazing. It's reminiscent of the Science album, which was like super heavy, a lot of distortion, a lot of crazy effects. And so I was super excited when they were releasing it. They did a lot of teasing Nimble Bastard on their Instagram feed. So like as soon as this album or this single dropped, pretty much I was like, man, I have to build a Incubus playlist, and sort of revisit some of, the Incubus songs that, I've liked over the years. So first introduced to Incubus, when was it Pardon Me? When Pardon Me came out, I wasn't even really listening to alternative music. Driving down the highway, listening to The Edge, R.I.P. The Edge, and yeah, man, that song came on and pretty much changed my life from then on out. What's up, Mutre, Flo, Adrian? Thank y'all for tuning in. So before I start playing this Frosty Friday episode 3 all Incubus everything playlist, it's going to be up on Spotify. If you're not on Spotify, I'm sorry. I'll find a way to actually stream the playlist on my website eventually. But once we're done with the episode, I usually will post the blog to my site. Thanks, Flo. Wouldn't miss it. I usually post the beers that we're drinking, and then I usually post just the Spotify playlist link. So you can listen to it. And thanks to Mike Carnes, after last week's episode, I figured out how to add these to YouTube. That's always been a crazy thing, loading Facebook Live videos to YouTube. So thanks, Carnes, for that. So before we dive in, I'm going to go into some announcements that I have. First of all, I kind of teased it a little bit, but sorry if I'm all on the mic, but yeah, Quincy Forte shirts are available. I actually got them yesterday. It was yesterday. They were dropped off. A magical Santa Claus dropped me off some shirts at work, and so I felt like a school kid waiting on the next day of school so that I could wear it to work. I totally laid out my outfit and everything. I was like, man, I'm wearing the Quincy Forte shirt. I'm wearing these jeans. I threw on the Batman Chuck Taylors, which I wear very rarely. All right. So, I was super excited. The shirts are going to be available, on the Quincy Forte site, quincyfortemusic.com. I'm also, yeah, I know you want a shirt. It's all good. So they're also going to be, so if you are able to make it out to a show, they're going to be $25 of the show. But they're going to be $35 on the site. There's going to be some coupon codes that actually take the price down a little bit for those who follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and who like the Facebook page. Obviously, you like it if you're watching this broadcast. So there's that. You're already entitled to a discount. I have a show. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's the 17th. That's right? The 18th. Tomorrow, the 18th, at Intrinsic Smokehouse and Brewery. I just booked another show recently at Four Bullets Brewery on the 24th. And then the 25th, my boy Rodney is actually opening his free 95 Nah, bro, they cost. I got to cover that cost. Once we hit that margin, then you'll start seeing some of the free 95. But we got to cover that cost first. Yeah, so my buddy Rodney's opening a tattoo and lifestyle art shop. Man, it's been a dream of this dude's for some time now, and I'm so proud of him for actually, being able to do that. So it's going to be at I have a show the 25th. Something that I've been asking him about for some time now, about just creating art at the same time as having some live music going. And so he actually is giving me the honor of playing the grand opening of his shop. But I'll be playing while he's tattooing, and while people are kind of milling around and enjoying the shop and enjoying the atmosphere. So I'm super excited about that, super pumped. There will be shirts there. Yeah, and we have stickers too, by the way. So yeah, with no further ado, so this is Frosty Friday. If you're just joining us, thanks Kim for tuning in. We're actually drinking, we try craft beers, and then we listen to music on a playlist. Usually it's YouTube, but today it's Spotify because I already built a playlist. I was ahead of the game. And so today we're drinking No Label has a 5th anniversary barley wine. And for some reason, I tend to love high alcohol content beers. So this is an 11%er, which is it's right up my alley. So yeah, let me taste it real quick. Yeah, definitely a sweet beer. If you don't know about barley wines, it's not really a wine per se, but barley wines do tend to be they do tend to have a sweeter note, and they usually are on the high level of alcohol content. It usually ranges from 8 to 15% alcohol by volume. Again, this is like an 11.4, super dark, well, not super dark, but a little cloudy, kind of sweet, a little bitter on the back end. I have to drink with my pinky up because it's a fancy beer glass. That's only because I don't want to drink this whole bottle. Yeah, generally with these bombers, I kind of take it slow, and especially because we're doing 2 beers. Yeah, and at 11%, yeah, I'm a weenie. I see you, Flo, drinking the Oak Highlands Brewery. The DF Dub is actually a really good one. I think that's a 7%er. So it has a good taste. That's amberish, of course. Thank you, Adrian, for correcting me. So the first song on this week's playlist is from one of my favorite albums that Incubus ever did, and it's just because they had sort of evolved musically, and kind of matured a little bit. It's called Just a Phase, and it's actually off of Morning View. Be aware that most of the songs on this playlist are from live versions. I originally didn't know that when I was building the playlist, but I realized that I do like listening to the live versions of Incubus songs, just because there's a lot of stuff that they do in the studio that they can't do live, but they somehow figure out a way to make as much of it work as possible. So this is definitely one of those songs, because once you listen to the playlist, or if you've never heard this song before, Just a Phase has like some ambient noise. DJ Kilmore is doing some crazy thing with loops on the records. So this is just one of my favorite songs on this record. What's up, Vic? Y'all are in the same house. You could totally watch it on the same phone, but that's cool. It's cool. I understand. He's probably playing Xbox. I love you both just the same. What are you drinking on, Vic? Adrian, what you got going on? Yeah, feel free. Anybody, tell me what y'all are drinking on. No, Hubs is playing poker. Nice. I don't know how to play poker. So I would be an easy mark. Anybody is willing to show me how to champs as in champagne, I'm assuming. If anybody wants to show me how to play poker, I am definitely okay with that. You have to show me the right way and not just make me look like a fool whenever I go to try to play anywhere else. Adrian is drinking wine. That seems to be a trend. But it's cool. It's cool because Trader Joe's has that $2 chuck, which I definitely works in a pinch. But yeah, so barley wine. We got another brew in the window, which was the Oak Highlands DF Dub. I actually only bought that beer because it had Dallas DF Dub in the title. So I'm all about anything Dallas oriented. Have a lot of pride in our city. So, what is up, Fouts? So I'm gonna go ahead and crack open this other one actually. So the other one we have tonight, so on the barley wine, it's pretty awesome. It's bitter. So I expected it to have a little bit more of a sweeter note. Fouts, this is for you because you're just joining. This is the 5th anniversary out of No Label Brewing. It's pretty good. Not as sweet as you generally like, and it has more of a bitter aftertone. And so for my I guess the barley wines, I'm used to just the sweeter. Any of the stouts, I like a sweeter taste, and if I'm gonna do bitter, it has to be that IPA, because I'm an IPA crazy man. And then so this next beer that we're gonna drink is actually it's an 8-hop ale. It's called Voodoo Ranger out of New Belgium. I was curious about this. So if you don't know, my wife is obsessed with sugar skulls. There's like 6 on the wall right here beside me. But so I got this bottle because look, it has a skull with the crazy awesome hat and like this just a crazy outfit. I'm also a fan of art, so a lot of the beers that I drink, I'm like, oh well, I have a friend who's had that, or I'll just be walking through One Stop in Wiley. Shout out to One Stop in Wiley, because they always have really amazing beer and they have rare stuff. A lot of it is like one per household, but sometimes if you know the right person to talk to, they cellar some of their stuff, and so you can go in there and ask for something rare, and if they have it and it's just on back stock, they're holding it back, they'll go and get it out of the back for you. The craziest, most awesome place in Wiley, and one of the only places that you can go to get like really good craft beer, other than driving to like Whole Foods and other beer store. What's up, Sager? Tell little Luke that I say what's up too. So yeah, we're gonna taste this new Belgian beer while one of my other favorite songs comes on from Incubus. It's called Sick Sad Little World, and the song is off an album called A Crow Bacon in the House. It's off an album called A Crow Left of the Murder, and I had alluded to this earlier when Incubus released that their single, that A Crow Left of the Murder signified change, I guess, in Incubus, because they had lost their bassist Ben Kinney, not Ben Kinney, they had lost the other bassist, and then they gained Ben Kinney. Ben Kinney used to play bass, or actually play guitar with like the Roots and other groups like that, and so he has a really amazing like solo career too. But He's only released like maybe 1 or 2 songs off of it, and there's an album that exists out there somewhere, but nobody can find it. So yeah, I was super excited when they released this whole album, and it's just because it's guitar driven, a lot of crazy rhythms, which I love. The first single off of the album, Megalomaniac, was totally a jab at George Bush. So yeah, this song, Sick Sad Little World, it just speaks to me. Once you hear it on the playlist, you'll kind of understand. I was first enamored by the guitar parts, me being a guitar player, but Brandon Boyd never ceases to amaze me when it comes to his lyrics. And I don't know that he was sad and depressed at any point during this, but he's just saying like, "Leave me here in my sick sad little world," and yeah, it's just, he says, "I have an open door policy when it comes to pain." So yeah, that was just crazy, especially at the I guess the time in my life when this song came out. You know, it was all emo, like listen to the Used and all that stuff. So it I guess the song resonated with me at that time. You need to send me some Funky Buddha. Actually, I think there was a Funky Buddha beer that I wanted to try that was a limited release. Man, I gotta find that text. And of course I'm recording on my phone, so I can't look at the text. But I sent a text to a cousin of ours, and man, I can't remember, some weird flavor, weird flavor. And I was like, man, do we know anybody in Florida that can mail it to us? Because there's probably no way that we're gonna get it here. So yeah, I'm gonna look on that list, and I'm gonna put in my request for some Funky Buddha brewing out of Florida. Shout out to Funky Buddha. So yeah, this New Belgium Voodoo Ranger A-Hop. It's pretty crisp. It has some citrusy tones, and I'll actually throw these links in the chat, the blog too. But it has some citrusy tones. So when you look at it on the site, it says start sweet, moves to mild bitterness with a very subtle sourness. Yeah, that is exactly it. Medium to light body. You can definitely see it. It's pretty golden. I would say that this is a beer that I would totally drink in the summer after mowing the yard. I tend to drink a beer after I mow the yard. And I always try and, go for like the crisp ones, because obviously the heavy ones like weigh you down, make you feel like blah. So Flo needs to get me some Carlsbad Chronic from in San Diego. Is that a beer? I mean, because it's in California, so I'm confused as to if this podcast turned into something else or this video turned into something else. So, but I trust you, Flo. I trust you. Adrian lives 30 minutes away from the Funky Buddha Brewing. My cat is cool with that. So, thanks, Vic, for clarifying that. But it's not legal in Texas, so I don't even want to braise that subject on here. But yeah, the other reason I love this song is the solo, man, and that solo translated so well live. I do know better, Flo. But yeah, this was Incubus totally getting back into just that soloing mode, which they hadn't done a lot of. So between this album and the one that the next song is from, In the Company of Wolves, like there was like a lot more instrumentation, which I feel, with Mike Eisinger, the guitar player, going to Harvard for music, which that dude is like blows my mind, because he was already a guitar genius, and then he goes to learn different compositional styles, and so I've been really excited about the last 2 albums coming out. Yeah. So I'm actually going to skip around. I'm not going to go with Six Sad Little or the In the Company of Wolves. Again, this is all on the Spotify playlist. It'll be up tomorrow morning. One song that I did want to touch on today, Maple Bacon Porter or Hop Gun IPA. I'm out on the bacon porter just because I don't eat beef or pork. So yeah, there's that. But the Hop Gun IPA, you had me at IPA. So this song is an underrated song because it was from a movie that, I mean, it did well. I mean, I wouldn't say it did bad. That movie Stealth with Jamie Foxx and Jessica Biel, and I don't remember anybody past that. I should have started with Jessica Biel actually. But yeah, so this is the song that they did for that movie, which totally blew my mind because I think at the time they were doing so much mellow stuff, and then they just came with this super raw song. It's called Make a Move, and it's from the Stealth soundtrack. So yeah, this is, I mean, if it's on this playlist, it's actually absolutely one of my favorite Incubus songs, and something that I can listen to over and over. And I'm actually glad that it didn't make an album, and that it was on a soundtrack, just because I think it's one of those hidden gems that if you're an Incubus fan, you can definitely appreciate this song. So yeah, there's that. What's everybody else drinking? Who all do we have on here? Oh, more announcements, by the way. So I announced the shirts are going to be on the site. $25 if you're at a show, $35 on the site. And then I have shows coming up. One's on Saturday from noon to 3 at Intrinsic. Next Friday, I'll be at 4 Bullets from 5 to 8. They're in Richardson behind Reliable Chevrolet. The 25th, I will be at Anomaly Lifestyle Art and Tattoo Shop with my boy Rodney. He'll be throwing down tattoos while I am playing a few tunes while people peruse the shop. But recently, I'm trying to help this Facebook Live thing grow. And I'm trying to turn it into, just trying to turn it into something. Because I love craft beer, I love music, I love talking about music, and I love interacting with people, i.e. the people who listen live and then the people who are able to check it out on YouTube later. So I want to start bringing in other people to sort of help out with the show a little bit. And so I reached out to these guys at Black Brew Culture. And they have sort of agreed to be on the show. So I'm actually building out the March calendar. Sorry, my cat's doing crazy things right now. I'm actually building out the March calendar right now. And so I am super excited that they are, willing to sort of be on the show. They're in New York, so it's going to be a stretch for them, or on the East Coast, I should say. So it's going to be like a little later for them, but they have totally agreed to be on. We just got to make it work scheduling wise. The other thing that I'm super excited about is I reached out to one of the guys who does the Big Texas Brew Fest, but he's also overdoing the festival for Murphy. Murphy has a craft beer fest. It's April 29th. And so I sort of reached out to them to try and see, gauge interest. And it's looking good. So hopefully I'll be able to bring some live feature and some professional insight a little bit in the beer scene. Looking to reach out to breweries here. So hopefully I can have somebody on from Deep Ellum. I can have somebody on from Intrinsic, because that's like my second home. So if you don't know, I'm booked all the way till July for Intrinsic, working on some things with them. I just have to actually get a project released, so that could be also amazing. yeah, and then just local breweries. I have I have tons of friends who I would love to talk to and get their insight and kind of just share playlists, share music live on the show too. So if you're down, want to be a guest, just let me know and I'll figure out how to sort of Skype you in and throw your musical insight. Or if we do a bottle share at my house and you happen to be here, we may throw down some video content. So yeah, trying to definitely grow this thing into a little bit more. If you're just joining in, want to reiterate, Voodoo Ranger 8 hop ale is the beer that we drank tonight. It's super crisp, golden, definitely mow the yard beer. Then we got the 5th anniversary from No Label, the barley wine. It's not even on their site. I just happened to pick it up at a good old Trader Joe's, which shout out to Trader Joe's. I have a girl there who gives me a really hard time because I always bug her about craft beer and what they should have in stock, and she puts up with it and knows how to dish it back out. So yeah, shout out to Trader Joe's. And that is actually all I have tonight, man. I thank you guys for just kind of hanging out. And again, hopefully we can make this thing a little bit bigger and have some guests on here, and some people that'll just have fun and provide a little bit of value and give a different insight from just staring at my face. Yeah, so hopefully you guys, I'll see all of y'all wearing these Quincy Forte shirts around Dallas. We only have 50 right now, but we're looking to go into different designs. And so there's going to be, as soon as we run through half of these, we're going to re-up with some new shirts. And so, yeah, we're just going to try and keep it rolling, come out with some different designs because I've never really had merch before. So I'm super pumped. And Tyra, you do need a shirt. But like Kevin Gates, you got like 6 jobs. So, yeah, we need to catch you on an off day from one of your 6 jobs before we get you a shirt, Tyra. But that we got you. There's one here waiting for you for your what do you call those pants? The pajama jeans. They pair well with pajama jeans. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, man, I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, hopefully we can make this bigger. Some of this is gonna be crazy out of context. So on the blog, when I post it on YouTube, when you're trying to show people and tell people that I'm sort of funny, that I'm sort of interesting, you can have the comments to go along in context. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in to Frosty Friday. Next Friday will probably short and live at 4 bullets. I'll do what I can. Again, I wrap up at 8. And I'll probably do some live samplings shortly after that, so that I could get home and snuggle up with the little toddler running around the house. So yeah, man, appreciate you guys joining in. Again, QuincyForteMusic.com. You can find me on Instagram at Quincy Forte, and you can find me on Twitter at Quincy Forte. All right, y'all have a good one.